Welcome back to our channel. Everyone, today is a beautiful, sunny day, which is honestly the complete opposite of the absolute dark and stormy chaos we are about to unpack. Grab your snacks, get comfortable, and let's dive right into the latest madness. Oh my god, I'm screaming. I literally cannot even deal right now. Okay, listen, you guys have to sit down and brace yourselves because the Las Vegas storyline just went completely off the rails and my jaw literally dropped to the floor. I was eating dinner while watching the episodes for the week of May 4th to May 8th, and I literally choked on my food. I had to pause the screen and text my best friend immediately because the level of drama is actually insane. Seriously, I am still shaking from the adrenaline of it all. It is so dramatic. So let's just jump right into the absolute chaos at that creepy abandoned gas station in Vegas. Wait, did I already say that? Whatever. Anyway, so Nick and Adam finally tracked down Noah and Sharon. Remember how Matt Clark, who is literally the most unhinged villain in the history of this show, lured them out there with Nick's stolen phone? Matt is a total psycho. He literally dropped into the back seat of Sharon in Noah's rental car like a literal horror movie villain and said welcome to hell. I'm screaming. I was literally hiding behind my hands. So Nick and Adam bust into the gas station to save them. Adam is in full spider mode, ready to rip someone apart, and Nick is a complete and utter mess. Actually, before that happened, let me just remind you that Matt Clark is pure evil, and I honestly hate him so much. He didn't just lock Nick up earlier, he literally pumped him full of fentanyl and some mystery bonus drug to force him into a massive relapse. Which is insane, by the way. Who does that? Matt literally wanted to break Nick down psychologically and physically so he would fail his family. So Nick is running on pure adrenaline and toxic drugs. They burst into the gas station, and just when you think it's going to be this epic, heroic Newman Brothers rescue mission, Nick literally collapses. He just drops to the dirt floor like a sack of potatoes. At this point, I'm yelling at my screen. I was like, Nick, no, get up. He is literally having a massive drug-induced collapse right there on the filthy floor of an abandoned gas station, while Matt Clark's terrifying explosive trap is looming over them. Noah and Sharon are screaming their heads off. Adam is panicking, and it is honestly the most stressful television I have ever watched. I literally couldn't breathe. Nick is completely unresponsive, sweating profusely, pale as a ghost, and going into shock. And just when you think they are all going to die in the desert, or Nick is going to be gone forever, guess who shows up? Sienna Bacall. I'm dead. I literally can't breathe. Sienna Bacall literally comes out of nowhere like some kind of unhinged, paranoid guardian angel. I forgot to mention earlier, Sienna was getting super jealous and paranoid about Noah and Audra holding hands back in Genoa City, so she basically stalked her way to Vegas. She thought Matt was using Vegas as a decoy to get Nick out of the way, but nope, she walked right into the main event. And thank God she did, because this girl actually brought Narcan. Why does Sienna just casually have Narcan on her? I don't even know, honestly, she's so sketchy, and her possessiveness over Noah is a massive red flag. But right now she is the absolute MVP of the century. She jabs Nick with the Narcan, and he comes gasping back to life like a zombie waking up from the dead. It was iconic. The absolute audacity of Matt Clark to set this whole murder plot up, but the absolute serve of Sienna ruining it with a medical kit. Nick is coughing and choking, trying to figure out where he is, and Noah is literally crying with gratitude. Noah is looking at Sienna like she hung the moon and the stars, which is wild considering how toxic and clingy she's been lately. But wait, it gets crazier. Once Nick is somewhat stabilized and they aren't actively dying, Adam absolutely loses his mind. Adam gets right in Nick's face. I am honestly living for Adam holding Nick accountable because usually it's the other way around. Adam is literally screaming at him, his spider persona totally slipping out. He is forcing Nick to admit that he is an addict and that he needs real, professional help. Nick is crying, he's broken, he's going through intense withdrawals, and Adam is just relentless. Admit it, you need help, my jaw was on the floor. Nick finally breaks down, sobbing, and admits he's an addict and needs real rehab. It was such powerful acting. I was like, are you serious right now? Give them all the Emmys immediately. Okay, where was I? Right, so Sharon. You would think Sharon would be kissing the ground Sienna walks on for saving her ex-husband and the father of her children. Right, wrong. Sharon is still giving Sienna the ultimate side-eye. I mean, I get it. Sienna is literally so paranoid and clingy, and she basically forced her way into this dangerous situation because she was insanely jealous of Audra Charles. Sharon is a trained therapist. She sees the red flags from a mile away. She knows Sienna is unhinged and probably has ulterior motives for playing the hero, but Noah is just so blindly grateful. Mark my words, I'm calling it now. This is going to end badly for Noah and Sienna because trauma bonding is not a substitute for a healthy relationship. She needs to get it together, I swear. Anyway, they somehow survived the Vegas nightmare, and the news makes it back to Genoa City. And don't even get me started on Victor Newman. Oh my god, the mustache finds out what happened, and he is furious, also in full, terrifying patriarch mode. Adam tells Victor everything about the drugs and the collapse. Victor summons Nick immediately. Imagine surviving a fentanyl overdose, Matt Clark's torture room, and a literal hostage situation, only to have to face Victor Newman sitting in his leather chair judging your entire existence. The sheer terror of it all. Victor literally pushes Nick to his breaking point all over again. He demands a full, out-loud confession from his son. He wants to hear Nick say the words to his face. Victor is like, "You are a Newman, you will go to rehab, and you will fix this. You got that." It was actually heartbreaking, but also classic Victor. He needs to control everything, even his son's recovery process. Nick is just sitting there, completely stripped of his golden boy armor, looking so small, admitting to his father that he needs to go to a facility to detox. I was honestly tearing up. Nick has lost so much, and Matt Clark really broke him down to absolutely nothing. But honestly, the person who is taking this the absolute hardest is Nikki. Oh my god, Nikki Newman is having a complete and total breakdown, and she honestly deserves to feel a little guilty. I'm sorry, I love Nikki, she is an icon, but she has been so self-absorbed lately. She was literally too busy fighting with Diane Jenkins and plotting with Jack Abbott to even notice that her own son was spiraling into a deadly fentanyl addiction. She completely missed all the signs. She didn't notice his erratic behavior, his sweating, his mood swings, nothing. Because she was obsessing over Victor's betrayal and the whole Patty Williams yacht disaster. Wait, did I even talk about the yacht thing? I get so distracted. Victor literally kidnapped Jack and put him on a yacht with Patty Williams, who is completely insane, and drugged him. And then Diane used that to steal Jubba with Victor. It's a whole mess. So Nikki has been running around trying to destroy Victor and Diane, and meanwhile, Nick was literally dying in a day in the Sahara Desert. When Nikki finds out Nick almost died and is going to rehab, she absolutely crumbles. She feels so guilty. She's crying, she's shaking. She realizes she failed as a mother because she was too busy playing corporate warfare and fake dating Jack. Which brings me to the absolute juiciest part of all this. Nikki is so devastated about Nick going to rehab that she completely leans on Jack Abbott for emotional support. Jack is right there for her. He's holding her, he's comforting her, he's being the solid rock that Victor refuses to be right now. And you guys know they have been faking this romance connection to get under Victor and Diane's skin, right? They wanted to make Diane jealous and Victor mad, but I'm calling it now. This fake romance is turning real. The chemistry is literally leaping off the screen. I am not even kidding. I was watching them hug and comfort each other over Nick's tragedy, and I was like, wait, do I ship this again? Jack and Nikki have so much history, and right now, they are both so broken and vulnerable. Jack lost his company and his wife. Nikki lost her marriage and almost lost her son to an overdose. They are bonding over their shared trauma and their mutual hatred for Victor and Diane. It's so dramatic. If Victor finds out that Nikki is actually falling for Jack for real while Nick is away in rehab, he's going to completely lose his mind and probably start throwing whiskey glasses at the wall. And imagine what Patty Williams will do. Oh my god, I forgot about Patty for a second. Patty is still running around Genoa City thinking Jack belongs to her because of what happened on the yacht. If she sees Jack comforting Nikki and falling in love with her, Patty might actually try to take Nikki out. She already ruined Phyllis's meeting at the GCAC by acting like a maniac. The stakes have literally never been higher. I am so invested I can't even sleep thinking about what's going to happen next. Seriously, the writing right now is top tier. Nick hitting rock bottom and having to face Victor, Sienna being a crazy stalker savior with Narcan, Sharon being the only one with common sense about Sienna, and Jack and Nikki accidentally falling in love while trying to get revenge on their evil exes. It is literally peak soap opera, and I am here for every single second of it. I literally had to rewind the episode 3 times because I couldn't believe my eyes. You guys have to tell me what you think in the comments because I am literally bursting with theories. Mark my words, the Nikki and Jack romance is going to cause an explosion bigger than whatever Matt Clark planned at that gas station. I'm done. I can't. See you guys next time.